Welcome to this YouTube channel. In this video we are going to talk about top 10 ways to become financially stable in 2021. So before starting this video, like this video, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates. Keeping control of your money is the first step toward financial independence. You have a steady stream of income that helps you to enjoy the life you want. You're not concerned with how you'll pay your bills or deal with unexpected expenses. You're still not saddled with a mountain of debt. It's about understanding that you need more funds to pay off loans, and maybe rising your profits with a side hustle. More on that later. It's all about making long-term financial plans, such as setting aside money for a rainy day or retirement. Number 1. Understand where you're at. You can't gain financial independence until you know where you're moving from. It can be depressing to consider how much debt you have, how much cash you lack, and how much income you need. However, this is an important step in the right direction. Have a list of all your debts, including your mortgage, student loans, car loans, credit cards, and all other loans you may have. Don't hesitate to account for the money you've lent from friends or relatives over the years. Take a long breath now. And there's one more. So sum all of the numbers together. Number 2. Look at money positively. Debt can be a very demoralizing experience. But keep in mind that capital is a wonderful thing, even though it seems to be burdened right now. You are entitled to financial independence. People who don't make a lot of money sometimes feel shame when it comes to making money. According to Jen Sincero's book, You Are a Badass at Making Money. As a result, the most significant barrier that many people face when it comes to earning money is the belief that getting money is a negative thing. Many people feel bad for getting it and much worse about needing it. We use capital every day to enrich our lives, but we still seem to concentrate on the bad aspects of it, Sincero said of money. Number 3. Write down your goals. Why do you need funds? If you want to be debt-free forever. Are you itching to get away from the 9-to-5 grind? Is there anywhere you've always liked to visit? Are you saving for a wedding, children, or retirement? I was able to gain financial independence because I linked it to an emotional target. My dream was to pay off my student loans and put money together for a down payment on my first home. And, to be frank, watching my debt disappear and my savings grow was a euphoric feeling. I became so enthralled by the changes in the numbers, that I tried much more, to earn more money in order to see a larger shift in my personal finances. Would I have been able to reach my financial independence target, if I hadn't tied it to something emotional? Very likely not. I was desperate to get out of my parents' house and out of debt. The sense of urgency kept me going on my trip. Much else interesting happened. In February 2016, I scribbled a couple of my priorities on a scrap sheet of paper. Earn $100,000 by selling goods on the internet. Set aside $20,000 for a down payment on a home. Pay off a total of $24,000 in student loans. The paper ended up being misplaced, and I totally forgot about it. And, just over a year later, I discovered it in my journal while still staying in my new home. Sure enough, I'd completed all 3 objectives. The funny thing was, I wasn't really concerned about those objectives. It's possible that you won't be able to do anything you want in a month. However, a year is a long time to make significant strides against your objectives. Make sure the objective is tied to a particular amount you intend to achieve. If you realize it or not, you'll begin working on those objectives without even noticing it. It's a million times easier to gain financial freedom, because you know just what you want to achieve. Number 4. Track your spending. Watching your expenses is an essential step toward financial independence. You will use a calculator like Mint to see how much money you're saving, which categories you've overspent in, how much money you have in both of your accounts, and how much debt you have. Number 5. Pay yourself first. You've most likely used the phrase pay yourself first. If you haven't heard about the phrase pay yourself first, it refers to adding a set sum of money into your bank account before doing something else, such as bills. And paying yourself first has aided many people in their search for financial independence. What is the reason for this? And, if you want to give yourself $1,000 per pay cycle first, whatever money is left over must be used to pay bills. And if you don't have enough money to pay your bills, you'll have to work extra jobs to make ends meet. You will ensure that you are not setting money together to spend in yourself by paying yourself first. By doing the same, you can only get whatever is left over, which is normally insufficient to help you achieve financial independence. Number 6. Spend less. Warren Buffett bought a 5-bedroom house for $31,500 in 1958 and hasn't moved out since. What is his net worth? $90.3 billion is a staggering amount. He now has the financial means to own a larger and more luxurious house. His frugality, on the other hand, could be the reason he is one of the world's wealthiest individuals. Kanye West, on the other hand, isn't shy about showing off his wealth. He owns a home worth $20 million. With $53 million in debt, he wanted to challenge Mark Zuckerberg for $1 billion on Twitter at one point. Number 7. Buy experiences, not things. Life is a finite resource. It's not about putting all your money in a safe until you're 65. You have the right to celebrate life when you are still alive. In the end, it will be your experiences, not your possessions, that will make you live a more fulfilling life. And, in the long run, are the things you buy making you happier? Is your life made simpler when you have a lot of debt from buying a lot of stuff? Let's now switch on the light. What is your favorite memory? So, what were you up to? Who were you with at the time? Let's make some more memories like that. Perhaps you have a mate with whom you enjoy working out. Invite her over to your house for a free workout using a YouTube playlist. It's time for a date night. You want it to be remembered. On Groupon, you will find a fun activity that you've never done before for a fraction of the cost. Traveling to Rome has always been a fantasy of yours. You've been putting money together for a year to go on your dream break. Feel free to enjoy your holiday guilt-free. You didn't take out a loan to get it, you got it. You can now become a global nomad and operate from anywhere in the world. Number 8. Pay off debt. Some people would advise you that investing your money in stocks, rather than paying off your mortgage, is a better idea. Maybe that's accurate if you're an experienced stock picker. However, if you've never invested in securities before, you can find yourself in even more debt. Since making their final mortgage payment, many people experience a sense of relief. And if you have $30,000 in the balance, you can't really declare yourself financially free. If you owe $50,000, you're already $20,000 out of pocket. Although paying someone else isn't as exciting as getting money in your bank account, it does get you closer to financial independence. Debt repayment can be done in 2 ways: snowball and earthquake. Paying out the smallest loan first is known as snowballing. When you pay down the mortgage with the highest interest rate first, it's called an avalanche. It's up to you to figure out what fits best for you. However, when I was trying to get out of debt, I used the snowball effect. It aided in keeping me motivated. Since I was able to pay off my first mortgage, a $1,200 credit card bill, in less than a month, I felt inspired to take out a much larger, lingering student loan. Number 9. Create additional sources of income. So, you're probably wondering, my debt is a lot higher than my salary. How would I be able to pay it off if I don't make enough? If you're worried about financial independence, you'll have to put in some sweat, blood, and tears. Your 9-to-5 job could not be enough. If that's the case, you'll have to work harder and look for work outside of your new role. Some economists advise providing 7 different sources of revenue. If you have a 9-to-5 career, congrats. You've completed one of the 7 steps. There are only 6 more to go. You should now look at the sources of revenue in 2 ways. Active income, where you trade time for money, and an active income, where you don't trade time for money, money that can keep coming in, even while you sleep. You're bound by the hours of the day if you exchange your time for money. Here are some side jobs you can do to supplement your income. Find work as a freelance writer on ProBlogger. As a virtual assistant on Upwork, assist a company owner. Learn new talents and monetize them by taking online courses for entrepreneurs. Make a living as an Uber driver. On JobRabbit, you can get help with household chores. Pick up a job on Craigslist every now and then. And there's more. Number 10. Invest in your future. The last piece of investment advice is crucial. Assume you take this article's advice and tips to heart, paying off your mortgage and all your savings. That may be sufficient to assist you at this time. So what if the unusual occurs? Will you be able to face it? It's important to save money for rainy days, retirement, and, sorry to be morbid here, in case you die, so that your family doesn't drown in mortgages, fees, and funeral costs. Let's get back to the fun spot now. If you have a 9-to-5 job, ask your boss about adding a retirement account, or double check to see if you're even getting contributions. You never feel like you're wasting money when the debit is paid away before it reaches your account. It's also fun to check up on it from time to time to see how much money you've saved. What do you think about this video? Do let us know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.